We begin today's wrestling news and rumors video with some big news regarding Triple H's and Stephanie McMahon's opinions or viewpoint on Vince McMahon returning to sell WWE. Now, earlier this week, when the news of Vince possibly selling WWE to Saudi Arabia was going around, there were reports that both Stephanie McMahon and Triple H were firmly opposed to the idea of Vince selling off the company, whether to Saudi Arabia or any of the other potential buyers. But there is a new update that has revealed that in fact Triple H and Stephanie McMahon are not exactly opposed to the idea under the right circumstances, but they are not nearly as eager about the idea as Vince McMahon apparently is. And this is by all means a bit surprising considering Stephanie McMahon had just recently stepped down and resigned from her position of power in WWE, and for Triple H to be potentially on board with the idea of Vince McMahon selling WWE is a bit interesting, because his position in the company would likely be changing if and when WWE is sold, and Vince would likely return to his position of authority behind the scenes when it comes to creative and other things that Triple H had been taking care of while Vince was away and retired. However, possibly the reason as to why Triple H and Stephanie McMahon are not opposed to Vince selling WWE is because they both plan to leave WWE soon, as Stephanie McMahon had already walked away from the company recently and Triple H could be next to leave WWE, so maybe that explains why they are sort of indifferent when it comes to Vince McMahon selling off WWE. Now, by all means, Bray Wyatt's return to WWE last year at the Extreme Rules 2022 Premium Live event was one of the most anticipated and special comebacks in a long time, because fans had been demanding for WWE to have Bray Wyatt return ever since he was unceremoniously released from the company, and for Bray to come back at a time when Triple H was running things in creative on Raw and SmackDown was especially very exciting. However, while Bray Wyatt's return was a very big deal, and Bray is certainly a top-tier superstar, many fans have complained that the storyline Bray Wyatt's had since returning has been pretty lackluster, with many feeling let down with Bray Wyatt's comeback in WWE, and that it should have been a lot better. Again, especially considering Triple H is in creative and not Vince McMahon, who is never a very big supporter of Bray Wyatt. Some feel like Bray Wyatt's return storyline was interesting at first, but that it's played out way too slowly to keep fan interest high, and that something big needs to change to turn around Bray Wyatt's comeback storyline in WWE. However, there is thankfully some great news regarding Bray Wyatt's status in WWE, and clearly Triple H and other backstage officials have taken the criticism from fans about Bray's storyline seriously, and they intend to hopefully turn things around for Bray Wyatt and get fans excited about Bray again. Now, last night on Friday Night SmackDown, there was a QR code on television, and this code led fans to a video of Bray Wyatt teasing the return of the Fiend character or alter ego, and as expected, this has got fans extremely excited, because there is no doubt that the Fiend Bray Wyatt is arguably the most popular version of Bray Wyatt in WWE, and the gimmick that took Bray Wyatt to that next level. And while fans were happy to see Bray Wyatt return at the Extreme Rules event last October, the fact that Wyatt did not return as the Fiend was a bit of a disappointment, and that has only been highlighted because of the underwhelming storyline for Bray Wyatt since his return, but things are reportedly now going to be taking a very intriguing turn. Bray Wyatt is set to wrestle his first televised match in WWE since his return at the upcoming Royal Rumble Premium Live event later this month, where he will face off against LA Knight in a Mountain Dew pitch black match. And according to a breaking new backstage report, this will likely be the event where the Fiend Bray Wyatt returns to WWE to create a very special moment for fans at the 2023 Royal Rumble Premium Live event. Now, it has been speculated that Bray Wyatt won't be returning to the Fiend character only moving forward, with there being speculation behind the scenes in WWE that Bray Wyatt will have a split character storyline, where he sometimes portrays the Eater of Worlds version of Bray Wyatt, and sometimes as the Fiend Bray Wyatt depending on the situation. We have been told that WWE Creative had become very aware of the criticism surrounding Bray Wyatt and his lackluster return storyline in the company, and they fully intend to turn things around and make Bray a must-see superstar on the SmackDown brand. And clearly the return of The Fiend will kickstart the new improved storyline for Bray Wyatt, which is definitely great news. Now, there have been rumors and reports of WWE planning a short-term feud between Roman Reigns and Bloodline member Sami Zayn ahead of WrestleMania 39, with Sami Zayn turning babyface and leaving the Bloodline to rekindle his alliance with Kevin Owens. And according to a breaking new backstage rumor, that's exactly what is going to be happening, and a lot sooner than most fans would have thought. On Friday Night SmackDown last night, we began to see the crumbling of Sami Zayn's alliance with the Bloodline, because Sami was sent out by the Tribal Cheif Roman Reigns to take care of Kevin Owens, and just when Sami was beginning to get the upper hand over Kevin Owens and was closing in on a huge victory, out came the Usos and Solo Sikoa to interfere in the match and attack Kevin Owens, thus resulting in a disqualification for Sami Zayn, and this absolutely infuriated Sami Zayn, even though he attempted to stay on the good side of the Bloodline to close out SmackDown. This new backstage rumor has revealed that Triple H and WWE are planning for Sami Zayn to turn on the Bloodline at the upcoming Royal Rumble 2023 Premium Live event, which is where Roman Reigns will be defending his undisputed WWE Universal Championship against Kevin Owens, and there is shockingly speculation that Sami Zayn will turn on the Bloodline in a truly shocking moment, with Sami Zayn helping Kevin Owens win the undisputed WWE Universal Championship from Roman Reigns. And considering most fans thought that Roman would not be losing his undisputed titles until WrestleMania 39, WWE feel this will be a massive swerve that will increase fan interest exponentially on SmackDown going into WrestleMania season, with Sami Zayn betraying the Bloodline and costing Roman Reigns the undisputed WWE Universal Championship at the Royal Rumble, and turning face and aligning with Kevin Owens, who would be the new undisputed champion. Arguably, the highlight of SmackDown last night would have to be the highly anticipated Intercontinental Championship match between Gunther and Braun Strowman. By all means, this title match between Strowman and Gunther delivered, and they put on a fantastic performance for fans. And in the end, Gunther retained his Intercontinental Championship against Braun Strowman, which was a massive victory for Gunther. However, Braun Strowman definitely looked amazing even in defeat against Gunther, and showed that he's still improving drastically in the ring, which is great news. While Gunther retained his Intercontinental Championship last night, according to a new backstage rumor, Triple H and other backstage WWE officials have been very impressed with Braun Strowman's work lately on SmackDown, and there is talks behind the scenes that Strowman will eventually be the superstar to dethrone Gunther of the Intercontinental Championship, which means that the feud between Gunther and Braun Strowman is far from being over, with it possible that Strowman will be winning that belt at WrestleMania 39 this April, and this is definitely good news that Strowman's going to be getting a big push this year in WWE.